guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new vlog. I'm Lee from Mortgage Free Lee. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. And if I'm being honest, I wasn't really sure if I was in the zone to be vlogging today. However, that is kind of the point of this whole video. I need to slow down. I need to slow down. We have had the busiest few weeks, maybe even a month now, to be honest. My daughter was off school for like 2.5 weeks at Easter. During that time, it was actually Easter. My son had an ear infection. It was my daughter's 6th birthday. She also had a birthday party. She went to somebody else's birthday party. My husband's left his career of 19 years and started a new job. So there's been a lot going on. In between all that, I have a part-time employed job and I run a business which essentially would be a full-time business in content creation on the side in my spare time, as if I know what that is. And then in the background to all this, I have talked about it a lot on other platforms, but in very, very brief, because I'm not going to spend a lot of time going on about it, I came off contraception in order to have my children, and ever since then I've been off it. So we're talking like 7 years now. And since having my daughter, each of the periods in between where I haven't been pregnant, I have really been struggling with my mood and mental health. I've always been a complicated person, so I'm not going to pretend it was never an issue before. But over time, I've come to suspect one of two things. One is that I could have PMDD, which, to water it down a lot, is basically very, very bad PMS, but like really bad. Like I literally, a week before my period, would feel like the world was ending, but just for a couple of days, and then I was fine. Or perhaps since I'm 39 and I'm turning 40 this year, it could be some sort of perimenopause. I don't know, essentially. And frankly, the only person who seems interested in figuring out what is going on with me is me. I've been back and forth to the doctors more times than I can count, and I finally found a nurse who had the time to listen to me. We discussed the treatment options, and essentially the option we've decided on is that I could go back onto contraception, but a specific contraceptive that is known to help in the management of PMDD symptoms. Now, technically I should be starting that today, but I will say I have resisted medication as an option for like my mental health for years, probably my entire life to be honest, but certainly since I've had the kids. So years and years and years I've been resisting it, and I think I felt like I should be able to solve my own issues. If I bought a certain thing, or if I lost a certain amount of weight, or if I changed something with my schedule, or if I just organised things enough, I would no longer feel like that, and that hasn't happened. And I'm having a hard time accepting it if I'm being honest. So I still feel very much torn as to whether or not to take this medication and try it, even though I know I've kind of reached a point where I need to try a medication option, or not. And it's D-Day today, so I need to make a decision on that. Aside from that, life with 2 young kids is just chaos, or it certainly is in my house, and I just want to slow down. It's Thursday right now, which in theory is my self-employed day, content creation. I need to be packing it all in. Like today should be wall-to-wall work, because I haven't had undisturbed work time for my business for weeks. I always have 1,000,001 things to do. I'm never finished at the end of it. And obviously it's part of my livelihood, it's part of my income, so it is important. However, so am I. I said in last week's Aldi shop video that heading towards my 40th birthday towards the end of this year, I'm not feeling great right now. And it's time to take like urgent action to rectify that. So I think a good start would be to have a slower day and do some things that like fill up my cup a little bit, like stuff I want to do, which I feel like almost never happens when you're a mum. Obviously it's day 1 of my cycle, which is not ideal, but there's nothing we can do about that right now. So this morning I've tidied up the house a bit because I am definitely very much a person who's like calm space, calm mind, or calmer mind at least. So everything is tidy. I've had a shower, put some makeup on, I've got a nice dress on today. I'm trying to get to the point of not just wearing leggings every day as well. That's something else that needs to change. Like, I need to get myself back before I turn 40. I really need a whole new wardrobe to be honest, but we're not going to be resolving that one today. So what we are going to do is I'm going to take myself out for breakfast to one of my absolute favourite garden centres. The weather in the UK right now is scorching. Like I think it's going to be something like 25, 26, 27 degrees. One of my colleagues is going to Rhodes this week and it's colder there than it is here. So it's a lovely day and I'm going to get out of the house because I do find that even though I'm self-employed and working by myself, being out somewhere where there are other people and working around them definitely does something to help my mood. So we're going to go to my favourite garden centre, we're going to have a nice breakfast. I am going to do like my emails and bits of work, stuff that doesn't get done and then causes me stress in the background, because I'm always doing the more urgent things and putting out the fires, because I live my life extinguishing one fire at a time, sometimes multiple fires at once. This garden centre has got the most beautiful gift shop, so we're going to have a look in there because that really sort of does something for my soul. It's very wholesome. Everything's beautiful. Looking at pretty things definitely makes me feel good. It's definitely a mood booster for me. I love window shopping, which might be controversial to say as a money-saving mum, but I do love window shopping. It's one of my favourite pastimes. I'm not sure what else we're going to do for the rest of the day. We might do a few little bits of jobs that would help me to feel less stressed. So for example, my daughter has broke her millionth water bottle and lost another one. So the water bottle situation in the house isn't great in basically a heat wave. So I might go and buy them some new water bottles, because honestly, sometimes you do need to buy something to improve your life. Like, they need a water bottle. Do I want the daily stress of trying to find one that's got all of the pieces intact? I don't really know. So we might do that. And then, as you know, one of my absolute favourite pleasures in life is browsing the charity shop. So we might do that. The key thing is we are slowing down today. I need to start slowing my life down before I reach 40. And I'm hoping that if I'm successful in this plan to slow down, that along with the other things that I need to do, my mood might start to improve because I'm less stressed. And who doesn't need a little bit less stress? So let's head to the garden centre, have a nice breakfast, hang out where the people are, and look at some beautiful things. I've just jumped in the car. It's like 9 a.m. and it's already warm enough to just be in a dress, sandals, and no cardigan, so it's really nice out. But I am coming out with naked toenails today. I do not have my toenails painted because I haven't had time to do it. And honestly, seeing people out in the wild with unpainted toenails, like on display, is one of those things that kind of grosses me out a little bit. And I'm doing it now, so I feel very conscious about that. So actually, perhaps we will add painting my toenails to the list of things that I might do today. I'm also wondering whether or not to fake tan, but I feel like social media is telling me that we're over fake tanning now. I don't understand like the trends of social media and what goes in and out. Why are we against fake tanning now? I don't know. It makes me feel better because I am a pasty queen. So I might do that. I might fake tan and do my nails and actually be a somewhat put together person by the end of the day. Anyway, let's go to the garden centre.
We don't fail to see the beauty of being free. Don't forget what you love the most. I just wanna keep you close, so we have to give it one more try before the idiots are taking over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? There's so much more than we've been told, way beyond what we can hold. So keep your eyes open for the things that really matter. Oh, we have to give it one more try now that the idiots are taking over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? Oh no.
I'm just leaving the garden centre now. It's almost 2 o'clock. I have been at the garden centre from like 20 to 10 until 2 o'clock. We've had a little browse in the gift shop. It was exactly what my soul needed. That gift shop is stunning, like it's gorgeous. Everything in there is gorgeous. If I could move into the gift shop and live in there, I would. In the spirit of slowing down, there is like a workshop at my daughter's school today. And I was going to go, and I do go to most of the meetings and workshops and things at my daughter's school. Obviously, I want to give her the best start. However, the last one I went to, literally one other person turned up, so it was me and one other person. I'm sure none of them felt bad about the fact that they didn't go. And I'm just giving myself a break today. I am not overcommitting to doing absolutely everything. I don't need to go to every single meeting. As long as I go to the majority of things, that's fine. I don't need to say yes to everything. I don't need to rush and commit to doing absolutely everything. So I'm giving myself a break and I'm not going to the meeting, which gives me another couple of hours to chill. So we're actually not too far from where the Homesense is. I think we might go there because I've actually remembered I also want to look for like an oil pourer. You know what I mean? One of those like things that makes the oil come out less fast. One of those. Kids' water bottles. One thing I definitely don't need to buy is candles though. So I'm putting myself on a candle buying ban before we get there. So if you see me buying candles, you can tell me off in the comments.
Across town, trying to get to you. I've been keeping my phone on no sound, facing you out, that's true. Now I get butterflies just thinking about your eyes, and that can't be all bad. Things came up, things went down, maybe turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A big storm blew up, a hurricane running my coffee.
Back from Homesense, I've come for a quick pit stop. I need to get myself a drink of water. But I'm going to show you what I got from Homesense, and then I think we're going to have a quick browse at the charity shop before I pick the kids up. So here's my mini Homesense haul. I spent a disproportionate amount of time looking at tea towels because ours are always disgusting. And I really like these ones. They're very springy. They're sort of green and browns. But our current oven glove is this colour. It's a grey. So they don't go. So I picked up this one and I feel like these will go together quite nicely. And sometimes I think little things like this can actually have quite a big impact on your day and your mood. It's a very happy tea towel. And for $7.99 I'm not mad about it. So that's that one. And then I got like 3 water bottles, coffee cups if you like. So we have the Iron8 water bottles. We did Camelback for the kids. My daughter's old enough now that she doesn't need a straw. My son is not quite there. But we've got one Camelback bottle somewhere if we can find it for him. So we're now on the Iron8 bottles, which I generally prefer because they don't have a straw and the straw doesn't get mouldy. And I just find them much easier to clean. You can also get replacement bits if they pull the seals off, which I've done before. And this is the first time one of the kids have ever managed to break one. So these have definitely lasted better than the Camelback ones. But I knew when it came to replacing them that I wanted to get the stainless steel version. And they had that in Homesense. So they had this stainless steel, like little rainbows one, and this is like a taller one for my daughter. Sometimes I feel like they need more than what actually fits in the smaller ones. So I got that one for my daughter, and then a smaller one for my son. Again, a stainless steel one. This is like a really cute sort of space design. And then my husband has stolen my thermos mug. I got like a thermos branded coffee cup when I had the kids to keep my coffee warm. Obviously, like, you don't get to drink a hot drink, do you? And it's really good. I've had it now for like 6 years and it's still really good. Now they didn't have those at Homesense, so I'm trying this one, Bodum. Looks quite manly. I thought he might like that. I just hope it actually keeps coffee hot because that is the big sticking point. So if you've got one of these, let me know how you find it. If you have another favourite travel mug that actually keeps coffee hot, let me know. So 3 bottles or cups and a very happy tea towel and oven glove set later. Let's go to the charity shop. mini charity shop haul. The first thing I got was this little shirt for my son. He's got a couple of these like little, I don't know, check shirts. This one is a fat face one and it was $3.99. $3.99. So I thought that was a bargain. Then I got this for my daughter. How gorgeous is that? It's for like a party dress. It's Next. And it was $3.99. $3.99. That would have cost a lot more than $3.99 new. And it's in perfect condition because it's like this netted material, but it's not ripped anywhere. So I was very happy with that. But these are the one. Like, these are the item that I'm most excited about. If I could wear these, I would. They're age 11, my daughter is only 6. She is tall, so she can get away with wearing a larger size. But these are going to be a few years before she can wear them, but I could not leave them in the shop. I couldn't leave them in the shop. They're Bowden for a start off. They were $3.99. Look at these jeans. Look at those. If they made an adult version of these, I'd buy them right now. In fact, I'm gonna check if they make an adult version of them because I want them that bad. $3.99. I am actually thrilled. This is the kind of stuff that makes me happy in life. So that's my mini thrift haul.